Michelle is a musician with albums released as Everyone Except Me and artist behind the post-apocalyptic webcomic Stray Cats. She's kind, a bit shy, and furiously creative. Henrique is a filmmaker with over 24 films and TV shows as producer, director, and occasionally host. He also released a couple of music albums. He's bombastic, larger than life, and tenacious almost to a fault. Together, they've been best friends for a decade. This show is awkward.
So, Michelle.
Yeah.
I notice yet again you forgot your Halloween costume.
No, this is it.
What are you going as?
Like a disappointment?
Well played. Well played. So I am in rare form today. I have like a splitting headache and a desire to not go to not take a nap. Like I'm in a great mood. So on Monday we shot a short film. I haven't shot a short in a little while, and we're trying to get back into the groove now that COVID's eased up a bunch. And so we're trying to get back into the groove of shooting features and shooting shorts. The fine folks on my Patreon, they love when I do shorts. So of course, because do you remember I had a vote on my Patreon? I was like, what do you guys want? And it was like, do you want an exclusive podcast? Do you want additional podcast episodes? Do you want short films? And they were all like almost unanimously short films. They were like, we would love short films. And I was like, you guys, you got it. We're going to make so many short films. And then we shot one in February of 2020. And then...
Yeah.
And then it got a little fucked up. So so we're trying to get back to making at least a couple shorts here, a couple shorts there. We're going to do one around Christmas time, and we're doing one for Halloween. So when we get done here, I'm going to go finish it and then, of course, send you a link and be like, Michelle, please drop what you're doing that is really important and watch this video. And you'll be like, I don't want to. And I'll be like, you have to or I'll die. And you'll be like, oh, God, I don't want any more blood on my hands. And you'll do it.
I mean, pretty much. But like, I would never tell you. I would never be like, oh, I'm too busy. And then you'd have to convince me. I'd just be like fighting like a demon, and I'll just be like, hold on, I gotta watch this really quick.
It's only like 5. Oh fuck, it's 6 minutes. It's 6 minutes. It'll be fine. So we filmed outside on Monday, which is a week from when this is airing, and we were experimenting actually. So a lot of these new lights we're using on movies and things like that, they're all LED now. And LED film lights have come a long way. It used to be they were always panel lights, which was nice, but it gave a softer light, but not really the light you were accustomed to. Because we were accustomed to lights that were, like halogen, one hard beam that then you would adjust it by, using modifiers. So now they have these LED lights that are crazy bright, and they are like a source that's like the size of a silver dollar.
Wow.
So it's much more similar to what we're used to. And they still don't use that much electricity. So I had a crazy idea last year. Around Black Friday, there was a sale, and it was on battery banks. Like battery banks you can charge your phone or run your laptop on. And they were advertising these battery banks as having a boatload of electricity that they can hold, and having a shocking 1,000-watt output potentially. Like it could give 1,000 watts if necessary. So I was like, wait. I bet I could run lights off these now, maybe not for more than an hour or two, but I bet I could run. I mean, an hour or two is a long time, relatively speaking. The only problem is these end up being, even when they're on sale, about $100. So it's like, if I need 7 of them, I really could just buy a power generator. But yeah, but still, and they're little, and you just plug them in and charge. And I love them because I have a small one that I take on vacation with me. I just keep it in my bag. It's not huge, but it's not small. And it can charge my phone, I think it's 47 times or something ridiculous like that.
That's really good, yeah.
So I just have it in case I'm ever somewhere hanging out and I'm like, I really would like to keep my phone charged, or I really need to plug my I could use my laptop for 3 or 4 hours, stuff like that. So that's what our big experiment was. We were like, we're going to go out into the woods with battery powered lights, where traditionally when I've shot in the woods before, we haven't had very good lighting. We haven't been able to have strong lights. We've had to shoot at high gain and stuff like that, which makes your film not look as good. What's going on over there? You keep looking out the window. I'm worrying about you.
Oh no, my neighbors are just talking. I just keep hearing them.
Is there anything interesting? Do you want to just point the mic over there and turn your knob all the way up? We'll just see if we can hear them.
Kind of.
Excellent. But no, so it went pretty well. But I hate working in the dark. I hate that, like, when we cut, it's just so dark. It's so hard to see whatever you're doing, except for, because the problem is it's not just about light, it's about light bleed too. So everybody's got to extinguish their flashlights while we're rolling.
Right.
So the moment you say cut, it's like, cool. Well, the only thing you can see is the subject, which is literally the last thing you need to see between takes. Between takes, you need to see everything except your subject.
Right. Yeah.
So it's and then of course, once you're done, you're like, oh, good. Well, now that we're done filming, I can use the big powerful light to just see things. And it's like, nah, it just blinds you. There's really no, it's too bright to be useful. And then if you turn it all the way down, it's like, it helps, I guess. And you're like, great. Life is full of pain and suffering.
That sounds fun.
But speaking of pain and suffering, we're recording this on Thursday, and I am going to the theater to see Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited.
Good.
Like, really excited. Michelle,
Good.
I am very excited.
I'm really happy for you.
So you're excited about it, right? I mean, you don't have plans to go see it, but you are excited about the concept because you've liked the Halloween movies you've watched.
Yeah.
So I am going to send you $5. Michelle.
No.
I'm going to send you $5. And you are going to use that $5 to get 1 month of Peacock Premium so you can watch Halloween Kills.
It's okay.
I want to do something nice for you.
Why?
See, people, this is what I have to put up with. How do you respond to that? I want to do something nice for you. Why? This is entirely what the friendship is like. It's like, I like you, Michelle. Why?
Really
so
though,
bothered.
You've tried to explain, but like I don't know how that's possible. Like, why?
Your neighbors are almost as bad as the chat when we streamed live. Come on, get your mind in the game.
But she's looking at the electric meter, and I don't know why.
I tried to see what the electric meter says.
But she's on the phone.
Well, she's probably, I would assume she's talking to the electric company, or maybe one of those companies that, like, says they'll give you a cheaper rate.
And then they steal your bank information?
I would hope. Yeah. I mean, otherwise it's not a very good scam. Oh, well, they saved you money. Congratulations. You did a great job, So, but no, I insist, because I know you want to see Halloween Kills. So.
I do, but I don't have to see it. Like, it's not.
You don't have to do anything except pay taxes.
And die.
You just had to add that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, I mean, you're right. That's what my mother said. My mother always says all I have to do is die and pay taxes. So, but before we potentially change subjects, I wanted to mention that short I was just talking about, it's called Beggar's Night. And by the time you're hearing this, it will be available on my YouTube channel. So, go get it, boys. So I like to acquire equipment. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, me and Rachel were cleaning out my garage, trying to get it in better order because I have so many costumes and props and equipment and things I've collected over the years. We actually made a huge dent in it. We filled my entire loft of my shed with bins.
Okay.
So you can, if you want to come and live here, we'll figure it out. But
I mean, I can live on the stuff. I just don't want to hurt it.
The worst part about my pack ratness is it's anything I think could be useful for filmmaking. It's not really about sentimentality, because I found 2 whole bins of like stuff from when I was a teenager, and I basically threw away all of it. I was just like, Okay. My buddy Dave was there to help me, and he was thrilled because he made out like a bandit. He left with like 17 CDs. He still listens to CDs. So, I mean, good for him. That's weird. That sounds like it should be coming from my house. the dog barking. But so we worked on cleaning out the garage, and we actually made huge headway. But I just want to point out that the saddest thing about what I just said, which is good news, like, yay, the garage is much cleaner. It's going to be way easier to start up popcorn fodder again sometime. But the saddest thing is that the reason that I have a shed to hold all of my extra crap is so that I can get it out of the way until I actually have time to go through it and decide what I want to throw away. Like, there are so many bins in there that I guarantee I probably don't want to keep most of it. I just don't have the time, the sheer time. It was easier to just get a shed built and hide it all. So that's number one. Number two is, so last week I had a really good experience with having a pen and waving it around while we were talking. So I bought a stress ball.
Cool.
I know, it is cool. It's blue. So I'm squeezing it.
Good. I still just have a pen.
It says enjoy every moment.
That's
nice. I should have went with the one that said very relax or whatever it was, like the one with broken English. But yeah, so that's what's been going on with me. And now I have the stress ball. So when I'm talking to Michelle and she stresses me out with all of her, her bull crap, I can just squeeze this and pretend it's your heart. And
that would hurt a lot.
Can your heart actually physically hurt? Does it have those nerves?
I bet.
Okay.
I bet if you poked organs, it would hurt. Just not supposed to be touched.
Not supposed to be handled there, kid. So what have you been up to, Michelle?
I don't know.
You decorated your house for Halloween.
Yeah, it's still not done, though.
Well, I mean, nobody could be like me, who got it done on October 4th, I think it was, which is later than I had wanted to. But you got some pumpkins out there, some fake pumpkins. I mean, they're you painted. You painted the pumpkins.
Yeah, I painted them.
Are you gonna have a real jack-o'-lantern?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with my family and get one, but then I have to hide it in my house.
What?
Because the squirrels will eat it, like they did last year.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So when I hear I have to hide it in my house, I imagine like a second degree of hiding within the house.
No. Yeah, it just has to be inside the house.
That makes a lot more sense. Yeah. When I heard I had to hide it in my house, I was like, who? Why? What?
You know the ghost doesn't like it.
The ghost hates Halloween.
So I have to hide it from them.
So that's so wholesome. I wish my family existed.
They do.
My mom would not go to a pumpkin patch with me. I love my mother. We get along incredibly well, but there are just some things she's a lot like, well, it's because we're so similar. She, if I'm like, come on, let's go to a pumpkin patch together and get a jack-o'-lantern, my mom would be like, can't I just pay for it? And not go. Like, can't we just sit and talk? Do we have to go somewhere and do a thing? That's my mom.
You can come with my family. Just got to get here.
Okay. When?
Either Saturday or next Thursday.
I am free Saturday.
Okay.
I just have to get in the car and drive 8.5 hours.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Halloween time is fun out by you. Mm-hmm. Although you don't get a ton of trick-or-treaters though, do you?
I don't know. Last year we didn't. So
that's such a bummer because here it was friggin' crazy last year.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't that we didn't have kids out. It was that my town did that trunk or treat thing and pulled all the kids away.
Right. So. Took all the children from you. Like that sounds like some kind of like really dark fairy tale. And then the town came and took all of the children.
Yeah.
But yeah, last year here, like I don't think we even had half as many trick-or-treaters as we did last year. It was just everybody was so amped to do it, after being stuffed up, especially children, being stuffed up in their houses, doing Zoom classes, pretending to do Zoom classes. I'm going to put this out there, and I know that this is an unpopular opinion, but if you were in education in any way, and you actually like attended your classes via Zoom or whatever, you suck. Like you're lame. Like That was like the ultimate excuse not to. I'm so weirded. I meet like people who have like kids and the kids are like, I like school. And I'm like, you are broken. Like, you don't make any sense at all. Like, and well, look, maybe they actually do like being at school, but if that's true, then why is everybody always talking about bullying all day long? Like,
well, maybe those kids aren't being bullied.
maybe they're the bullies. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
And they having a really good time.
Like, this is great. There's so many Pipsqueaks and Melvins to beat up.
Yeah.
You talk amongst yourselves. God damn it. Once I snort once, I can't stop. I'm writing down Pipsqueaks and Melvins. Oh, that's so good. So I know, Michelle, how much you hate the Midwest, but it's official. Trick or treat is on Halloween yet again. It's getting to the point now where I'm wondering if we even need to have like an official beggars night anymore, because it's almost always on Halloween now. It used to be, but then every now and then there'll be a random township that's like, it's on the 27th. And you're like, why are they trick or treating on the 27th?
Because they want to maintain control.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's why it's
now tell
bad.
us the truth about the vaccines, Michelle. You're just like ready to go. All right. I just hear tinfoil crinkling. But no, yeah, but we do get a lot of kids out here. So I'm hoping this year will be more of the same. I bought twice as much candy because I love I don't even need the kids to appreciate it. I just love being aggressively, like, I give like big friggin' handfuls of candy into the bag. I love being that guy.
Yeah.
You know, especially because some of these kids are really young and they might only get to do one block, you know, maybe 2 blocks. They're very young. I want to make sure they have plenty of candy. It's important.
Yeah.
But one day I'm going to graduate to being the house that gives out full-size candy bars. I'm just not ready yet.
What about if you just skip that step and you just give out like those little like 3 or 4 ounce bags of candy that you could buy in a grocery store?
What if I just cut out the middleman and give out $5 bills? Just start giving out $5 bills. Here you go, kids. Here you go.
Yeah.
I remember in the old days, that's what houses used to give out coins when they ran out of candy when we would trick or treat.
That's sad.
That's because they ran out of candy. They have to give something, or else it's tradition. It's hallowed tradition. If you don't give a treat, you get a trick. Hence the question, trick or treat. You're allowed to choose trick.
But nobody says, like, when you go to a person's house and you say trick or treat, they don't say, oh, I choose treat.
No, they give you a treat. It's called action, Michelle. Actions speak louder than words.
But the other action is, it doesn't seem like the kids are prepared to do anything except treats. Except treats. There we go.
I think they are definitely prepared to do more. I think we've talked about this before, but I generally do not like terrorism. But Halloween, the houses that don't hand out candy need to be afraid. That's the order of the jungle. So I'm always so sad when I see a house not handing out candy and not being toilet papered or egged. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Come on, guys.
You know, those eggs are important.
To what?
To eating. Like,
there's like to me.
Well, they are.
What do you mean, Michelle?
You
tell me more.
You don't just like take a thing that you can use the thing and throw it at somebody's house. Like,
you do if it's full of slimy, gooey slime.
That's an egg.
Yeah.
That's how they are.
Yeah, that's why it's so convenient instead of having to buy like a balloon and fill it with gooey, slimy goo. So
you want the least amount of effort and the most amount of damage because no one can eat that egg now.
It's that does add to the damage, which is even better. I never realized how efficient eggs were. I'm never using toilet paper again. I'm sticking just to eggs now.
I mean, I was upset about the toilet paper too.
I remember my house used to get toilet papered a lot, but it wasn't because of Halloween. It was because I lived here. So, see, did you even go to school if your house never got toilet papered? Did you ever get your house toilet papered?
No.
Never, not even once?
No, they just didn't really do that where I lived.
You're all like, oh, you know, they choose when you trick or treat out there. That's weird. But then, like, you guys weren't terrorizing the neighborhood. Your neighborhood was never terrorized. There was no like cars covered in silly string or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I mean they did that, and then also they took our pumpkin and they smashed it.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah,
that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, so we just didn't leave our pumpkins out on mischief night anymore after that.
That's not cool because the house needs the pumpkin to protect it. That's the whole point. The pumpkin protects the house.
I think that's the point, though, that they don't want the house to be protected.
Yeah. Well, they're not supposed to mess with your house unless you don't give out treats. You guys gave out treats, right?
Of course. There was always somebody
They're not being
home.
fair. They're not being fair. I'm sorry.
But it's on mischief night, so they didn't even know if we were going to give out treats.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. I think maybe these kids need to go to court and to be tried for their crimes.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and call all of them individually for me. I'll wait.
Okay. I mean, I don't know any of them. They probably didn't know us. They just smashed pumpkins.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's not cool. I mean, you gotta that's like the difference between shooting somebody and stabbing someone to death is like like egging their house and smashing their pumpkins. Egging their house you can do from the sidewalk. Smashing the pumpkin, you gotta like walk up to the front door and pick up the pumpkin and smash it. That's personal. Are you sure that this wasn't an inside job? Wasn't somebody you knew? Friend of the family? Maybe I've been listening to too many true crime podcasts.
You think I know people? Like, I don't know anybody.
Well, and not just you. I mean, it could have been one of your brothers, or your brother, or your sister, or your mom and dad. I mean, does your whole family not have any friends? Is that what you're telling me? she's nodding for those who are listening.
Well, my mom has friends, but she doesn't really have any enemies. So
is that what she told you?
I mean, yeah. She made it very clear that she doesn't have any enemies.
Michelle, I want you to understand one thing. And you're just like eating cereal, like, huh? And she's like, I have no enemies. Not a one. And I was with you on Tuesday night. Oh, okay, Mom. All right. I'm getting in this black car you've never seen before. I'll be back in 25 minutes. I like this alternate universe where your mom had like a double life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But was very bad at keeping it a secret, apparently, because she just did ridiculous things, like get in a black car you've never seen before. Tell you no enemies.
Yeah, well, I think that she was like kind of, she was really open about it, so I didn't actually question any of it,
Oh, yeah.
Like maybe her friend just has a new black car that I've never seen before, and she'll be back in 25 minutes.
Her friend, but not her enemy.
No, she doesn't have any enemies.
Just her friends. Oh, this kills me. My mother would set me aside and be like, I only have enemies. If anyone comes saying they're my friend, deny them. Deny them.
I've seen that like a meme or something where it's like there's like somebody's kid, like was approached in school and they're, like, I'm your mom's friend. Like, or no. It was like a person saying like, what do you do if somebody comes to school and says that like that they're picking you up and that like they're my friend, and the kid is like, you don't have any friends. So
well done, child. Burn acquired.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been you've been helping me get into the spooky season. You got me to start listening to Within the Wires, the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do like it. I need to just sit down and finish it. Probably we'll do that tomorrow, unfortunately, during the day, because I won't have time at night to listen. But I'm really excited because I'm a little over halfway through it. And I've been enjoying it. It's been keeping me spooky. And I just lost my train of thought because my stupid phone is facing up instead of down. So I can see when it lights up and I go, what's happening? Am I being sued? No, That's my natural instinct when my phone lights up. I'm like, and it's a lawsuit.
I understand.
Do you?
I don't think that, but I do think like,
something terrible happened.
Yeah.
Somebody hates me. That's a good
like Facebook notification. I wonder who hates me now. Like Gmail. Oh, I guess I failed. Like I'm not getting my home inspector's license.
Have they still not gotten back to you?
Oh no, they've gotten back to me. And then first they
they said you were missing something they never asked for. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they got back to me yesterday, and they were like, "Hey, your insurance, it just says general liability, and you need errors and omissions." I was like, "Okay." So I looked in it, and it's just that I have a bundle that's both. And when I printed out the certificate, it just generally puts general liability. So I had to go and like ask them to put in professional liability to show it on the certificate. So I sent it to them and they said thank you. So that's where we are.
They thought you were trying to pull a fast one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lucky for you, there's nothing fast about them. So trying to pull a slow one, eh?
Yeah, it's taking so long, and it's like because they asked me for more information like weeks ago now, and it's like, oh, you're still looking at it? Like, what's going on?
Sounds like me trying to get paid from like a film distributor. It's like, hey, you're a couple weeks late getting me the report. Oh, I'll get you that report. 3 weeks later, I still don't have that report. Oh, yeah. Let me get you that report. 2 weeks later, maybe I get the report. And then it's like, oh, okay. So I owe you this much money. All right, I'll send you a check next week. So when are you sending the check? Next week. So when are you sending the check? Next week. They're like, oh, I'm sending the check in 2 days. I'm like, I'm sure that this is true.
Mm-hmm.
I love being told the truth.
Yeah.
Nothing makes me angrier than being shined on in life. Like, I would so much prefer to be told, like, hey, we're having cash flow issues, so I'm working this out as soon as I can. Like, hit me up next week and I'll let you know what's up. At least that way I can be like, okay, like, I'm going to at least be kinder. Because you're not just lying for I mean, even if you could be lying about that, but it's, I can be kinder than, if you're just a fucking bastard.
What if they just say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm really bad at my job and I just keep forgetting to send it to you? How's that?
That's what I mean, I would just be like, yeah, I know. That would be my entire response would be, yes, I know. I'm very well aware of how bad you are at your job. I'd like to be paid so that I can discontinue this relationship as quickly and efficiently as possible. I have like a little extra edge because this headache is not going away at all. I took like 2 Tylenol before we started.
I'm sorry. I
know. We all are. But I am looking forward to Halloween Kills and the holiday Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So I showed you a Nickelodeon Halloween special from 1988.
You did, yeah.
With Mark Summers and Lance Burton, world famous magician Lance Burton. So I hope that got you into the spooky mood.
It did.
You're lying to me, I can tell.
No. I'm not lying.
That's exactly what people say when they're lying. They say they're not lying.
You're just crazy. I'm not.
Oh, okay. At least I'm crazy then. Okay. Wow, good gaslighting. High five on that one. Yeah.
Thanks.
Smack.
Thanks for listening. You can email us at thisshowis awkward@gmail.com or go to awkwardshow.com or whatever. See you next time.